We'll edit the swearing out, right?
Or just say it again without swearing.
Nah, swearing's fine.
We're Amanda and Jace, and we're converting the Sprinter van into our tiny home on wheels. We were supposed to get married last September, but COVID had other plans. Instead, we flew across the country, drove our empty cargo van across Canada, and moved out of our Toronto apartment. We've temporarily traded wedding plans for floor plans as we dive into our mini construction zone. This week, we cut into our van. A lot, as we finish up our major bodywork and install 4 windows.
Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
It's window time, baby. No? Not gonna celebrate with me? Okay, cool.
It is, it's about 5 o'clock. We're being a little bit ambitious today. We are going to be trying to put in our passenger side sliding door window. And we got like maybe an hour to do it before the light's out.
You need help, buddy?
Don't worry, I don't need any help. I got this. Thanks for the moral support.
I'm walking down the street on clouds instead of the
This doesn't give the whole neighborhood a headache. I think we're everyone's least favorite people today.
No matter what anyone does or say, I smile at fools. No, I don't care, cause I am on my way up, and I won't stop, I won't slow down.
It's a little hard to see with the lighting, but we have our outline traced here with all those punch holes. So now we're going to be...
This is gonna be a huge hole. I'm a little scared. Goodbye. We'll auction this piece off. We'll start the bidding at 1 cent. No one has pennies anymore. 5 cents.
Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down.
So, we've got the window outlined. We used painter's tape and we put an extra layer around just to prevent from scratching the actual paint of the van when we're dragging the tools around. But just like we did with the fans, we're gonna drill a pilot hole in first so that we can stick the jig in and cut it around.
Everything she said's a lie.
And I won't stop, I won't slow down. Steady on my feet, I'm gonna ride.
Now that we have a few pilot holes drilled, time to do the real thing.
Listen guys, there's something I need to address here. You might be saying, hey Amanda, how come you never do any of the cutting? And I'm here to tell you, 1, that's a lot of pressure. 2, I actually have hurt my wrist and I'm going through physio, and I just think that the vibrations from cutting the metal is just probably not going to be good for me. So, actually you probably weren't wondering that, but I felt like I needed to explain it anyways.
For some reason, I've only ever seen window installs with someone that's really tall. So I might need to bust out the big ladder.
No. Pretty Caroline, stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dime.
Holy.
We got a big hole in the van.
In an interesting turn of events, we lost daylight and then we lost power. This whole side of the city has no power, but we're still trying to get this in.
Third time's a charm.
it's not enough to please you. Pretty Caroline,
It doesn't pop right in. I'm gonna be so pissed.
What time's the charm?
Service of her mind. To count your blessings, 'cause it's tally fair, tally fair. They'll put you down and leave you there, don't make them scared. Yeah, it's the ugly truth. How they come back for you. Yeah, yeah. Let's go. It's the missed opportunity train. It only comes on a very cool moon. Think twice. And you
Clear.
Into it like you did before.
Oh no. Oh no. What have I done? It works. It does window things. Like you can see through it. Wow. So proud. Now I'm gonna go heat up soup because I'm cold and hangry.
Everything we've been through this entire window process, this has got to be the worst part. Getting these damn stickers off. Measure twice, cut once. Come on, who does that? Well, that is a wrap on the first window. Guess what? There's still 3 more. See ya.
Today we go from 1 out of 4 windows to hopefully 3 out of 4 windows.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Let's do it.
You have cherry blasters up there?
What?
Are you hiding cherry blasters?
Amanda,
What?
did you give me cherry blasters? Did you get this?
No.
Thanks. I knew you wanted to surprise me with cherry blasters.
You're confusing me. Did you buy cherry blasters?
You didn't get these?
No.
That's weird.
I can't. No. I'm like seriously though. No, like we need to know if like. Okay, so you bought cherry
I got
blasters.
cherry blasters. So step 1, we got to remove these braces here so we can get our template in flush, and then that will allow us to fit the window, the bunky window here.
Show everyone your beautiful arts and crafts template.
Ooh. So beautiful. So I'll go roughly there.
We're gonna drill a hole through the template through to the outside. Yeah, we'll line it up with the holes on the outside and
Cut
we'll
from the outside.
Yeah.
won't you come around here so we can do it all? Forget about the consequence.
See if the window fits.
Famous last words.
A ticket on the fast train. Don't care about the consequence. So tell me when it's gone.
Last one of these suckers that we gotta deal with.
Running around in the dark.
Just warming my feet up after being outside chafing.
But first, let's get you some safety goggles. We came inside so we could warm up quickly and mostly just to satisfy
Bite to eat.
our stomachs. We were both
Get
pretty
rid of the
hangry.
hangry.
But now we have to go back outside and then we can come inside and warm up.
Maybe
For
hot
good.
chocolate.
Time to finish this baby up.
Let's go. Hurry up.
I know.
Windows are done. We got window number 1, window number 2.
Yeah. and
Definitely thought we were just gonna get one in today, but we got one of those.
Yeah.
High 5.
Now it's time for
Some hot chocolate.
yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's not as good as a real fire, but it'll do.
For now, we're just gonna sit here with our fake fireplace and our real hot chocolate and warm up and enjoy a day of hard work.
And we'll be back at it for the last window.
Good afternoon. We're putting in the last window today, but we figure you've seen us cut enough holes in this video for windows and fans. So we're gonna skip and go right from this to this. So I've already filed and painted the edges off camera, and now all we have to do is everything else. What's different from this window from the other ones is this one's actually going to be glued on, so there's a bit more prep work and I'm a little more nervous because if we don't do it right, it could fall off.
So Amanda went in first with this primer to go in. Now she is working on putting the urethane, the glue across the outside. Looks like she's having a little bit of issues with getting it started here.
Change of plans. My wrist isn't strong enough to put the pressure on it. It's actually quite stiff coming out of there. So Jason's doing it instead. I already gave him a nice outline of where it needs to go, so I'm gonna be a cheerleader instead.
On the outside, looking in, I really wasn't sure what I was getting.
Here goes nothing.
The high waves on the sea, waiting for something to get to me. I wasn't sure what I was hoping for, you see. But you act like gravity and you are pulling me. 'Cause you know
Alright, so the window's in. It's supposed to take 2 hours, I think, for the urethane to cure. We're gonna keep the tape on there just to make sure it doesn't fall off. And we'll check back in with you either later today or tomorrow with the finished product. I know I take advantage of it a lot, but I'm gonna go heat up dinner.
Typical. Right when it's time for cleaning.
It's so that you can have hot food right when you get inside.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Okay, here we are. We're sitting in front of our last newly installed window behind us.
We did get to test it out. It did rain right after we installed it the next day, and so far so good.
The other thing is, now that we're done the body work of the van, we really wanted to talk about names.
What's the name's gonna be?
Truthfully, we've had the van for almost half a year now, so we feel like
It's been that long.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
wow.
has, since September. So
Okay, 6 months.
we feel like we know her. We know she's a she. We
Definitely a she.
Yeah, we call her her all the time. We know her better, so we feel like it's time to give her a name before we really dive into all the work in here. So we thought we'd sit here and give you some of the list.
Sure, a few of those.
Yeah, first name.
Fern.
Yeah, Fern's been kind of on the top of our list since the beginning. We really fell in love with van life.
In New Zealand.
Yeah,
Obviously, ferns are huge there.
yeah. So 2017, we were in New Zealand in a van and we fell in love with van life, and that's kind of what has brought us here to this moment.
Jasper's another one, after Jasper, Alberta, which was actually one of the first places we took this brand new van.
And like, we got engaged on our van trip across Canada, and despite the fact that Jasper's usually a guy name, we feel like you can do whatever you want. Names
work.
aren't gendered. They can be whatever you want. The next couple on the list are all types of trees. So all of the names are like very nature inspired, very outdoorsy, very woodsy.
Maple, pine, birch, oak, and cypress.
Yeah. So birch is like, I mean, she's a big white van, so birch is a big white tree. I really like cypress as well. I don't know. So you can either comment below your suggestions, your new suggestions, or your opinions on the ones that we have, or you can head over to our Instagram and let us know there.
And I think that's a wrap for this episode.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
show you around
Finally ready for the big reveal.
of our layout.
What else would it be?
Yeah.
Here we go. Go. And this is where I will poop. So that's the dream.